Hey YouTubers, what's up? This is Ingrid from the Netherlands again, aka Rocking Lupa. And yes, here is a new video with some new music updates, some new vinyl and some new CDs for you to show. And basically it's a Sunday, also Mother's Day today. And of course I was really very spoiled today also. By my husband and my children. I have 2 children. It's very funny to notice that some people in the VC just still don't know I'm a mother too, indeed. And so I have I have 2 children. I have a daughter, Michelle. She is 7 years old. I think you already have seen her. Some people already have seen her in a couple of videos ago. And but I also have a son. His name is Ricardo, and he's 14 years old. So yeah, he's in his teenage years, you could say. So yeah, but. So I have 2 children, and it's very nice, you know, to be a mom, and of course, especially on a day like today. Well, you know, I got some nice presents, and among others, I just got this today. It's a CD by a Dutch singer. A Dutch singer, musician. His name is Bertolf. So Bertolf, and the CD is released, I think, about a week ago or something. And so it's his latest release. He already released 2 CDs before this album, but yeah, I already heard some songs from that album, and yeah, so my husband asked me what I would like to have for Mother's Day, and so that was one of my you know, yeah, CDs on my wish list, kind of. So yeah, so I'm very happy with this, and you should check this singer out on YouTube. His latest single is called Mary, and I think that's a very beautiful song. And also the track on this album, English Roses, which is especially dedicated to his grandfather. So the grandfather of Bertolf, and but also yeah, the other songs. Of course, I listened to the album today, and yeah, I think it's very nice music. It sometimes reminds me a little bit of you know, Beatle kind of music, Beatles, John Lennon, and also sometimes a little bit, you know, Stills, Nash, you know, Crosby, Stills, Nash kind of music. But yeah, definitely he has his own musical style, and yeah, I really recommend it. And I don't know if this album is available in you know, other countries besides Holland. But maybe you can, I saw there were several albums by Bertolf available on eBay, for example, so maybe that's you know, a good way to buy one of his albums. So yeah, his full name is Bertolf Lentink, so Bertolf Lentink, and but yeah, he calls himself, you know, the artist's name is just Bertolf. So yeah, so really recommended album, and yeah, very nice Mother's Day present, of course. So I'm really very happy with this. Bertolf. And speaking of Bertolf, earlier this week I also bought his first album, so the debut album, and this is called Bertolf for Life. I bought this second hand, so, and well, it's in perfect shape, perfect condition, and I'm also very happy with it. This was released in 2009. I know there is also a second album by Bertolf. I don't remember the title of it right now, but actually I ordered it today, so I'm sure I will receive that maybe next week or something, and then I will have the whole Bertolf discography, of how you call that. I have all this, you know, complete, so that would be really nice. And yeah, also really nice CD to have. Another CD I got through the mail this week is the second, I think it was the second album by Keane. It's called Under the Iron Sea. I really love their debut album Hopes and Fears. It has really got, you know, that, yeah, there are people who just don't like Keane, sort of, but yeah, to me the music reminds me a little bit of the, you know, the epic kind of 80s song, you know, like U2 or Simple Minds, for example. You know, that's kind of musical style. They have very epic, you know, songs, very much melody in it, and yeah, I just like that kind of music. So yeah, so for example, also the band The Killers, you know, with Brandon Flowers, also is, you know, that type of band who plays that kind of music. And so really, yeah, 80s influenced in some way. So I like that very much. And so this is what I picked up last week. Very happy with it. I also ordered their latest release, which is also, I think it's about 1 week ago that they released that album worldwide. It's called Strange Land, I think, if I'm not wrong. And I also think I will receive that next week or something. So that will be in one of my next videos, you know, for sure. But this is the second album by Keane. Yeah, I also, in the second-hand shop, I also ordered the Bertolf, the debut album by Bertolf. I also picked up this one. It's a live album by Nirvana. And I have all the Nirvana albums, but I didn't have this one, and I didn't know it existed. So I'm very happy, yeah, to discover this. It's called Live at Reading, and so you see, very nice to have. And the last CD I want to show you today It's by Ryan Shaw, and it's called It Gets Better. And I don't think that many people will know Ryan Shaw, but actually I think it's about 2 years or 3 years ago, I don't know exactly anymore, but in Holland we have a very well-known festival, and it's called Pinkpop. And at that edition of Pinkpop, there was a band which were cancelled their show on that festival, and so they had a sort of empty place in the lineup for the festival, and then so actually on that the time that other bands would play their show, they now had Ryan Shaw on that place on that time. So the Pinkpop Festival also was broadcasted on TV, and the very first seconds I heard Ryan Shaw sing, I was really blown away. He has a really soulful voice. He reminds me, to the old Motown singers, old Motown music, and sometimes reminds me to singers like Sam Cooke, and very famous singers like that. And so he has a really amazing voice. And I also have his other album, which is called This Is Ryan Shaw, and I thought this was his second album. So it's very bad available in the Netherlands too. So I was really happy. I saw this in the shop. So I'm really happy with this. Ryan Shaw, and you should really check him out on YouTube. He's a really amazing singer. Ryan Shaw. Those were my CDs for today, and I have only 2 vinyls for you to show. I didn't buy really much vinyl last week, but these are 2 albums by one band. It's a Dutch band, and the first album is This Is Who We Are by Di-rect. This is still in the shrink wrap, so I didn't play this yet, but I already have this on CD, so I already bought the CD, and this band, Di-rect, is a Dutch band, and the band already exists since 1999. And in the early years, they were more kind of band for who was really beloved by teenagers, and so they had really poppy songs, and they had nice music, but it was not really the band I felt really comfortable with, It was more a teenage kind of band. So, and I also saw them on a festival a couple of years ago, and I was standing there, and all teenagers about 13, 14, 15 years old around me, and they were all yelling for the guys on stage, and I really thought to myself, what the heck am I doing here? You know, it was not just it was not my kind of thing, sort of. But in March 2009, their former singer Tim Akkermans, he decided to leave the band because he wanted to start a sort of a solo career. And so this band was without a singer, a lead vocalist. And you know, they decided to go on with the band. And so in a TV show here in the Netherlands, they it was a kind of contest kind of program, TV show, and so they were looking for a new lead vocalist for the band. And so in November 2009 they found this guy, so with the man with the very curly hair. His name is Marcel Veenendaal, and with the you know, with Marcel Veenendaal you know, joining this band Di-rect, I think the music by Di-rect really has changed, sort of. I think that Di-rect has become a more matured band, you know, more serious pop rock music, more serious pop songs, and yes, for some reason I just like Di-rect more than you know, before Marcel came into the band. And so you know, I think that most of especially Dutch viewers will laugh about it when you say, oh, I like the band Di-rect now, you know, because all those years, like I already said, it was a kind of a teenage group. But yeah, I think Di-rect really has transformed sort of into a serious pop group, you know. I almost would compare them, you know, maybe you know, the Who kind of pop rock band. And the lead vocalist, the new lead vocalist Marcel Veenendaal, I think he's a really good vocalist, really good singer. And yeah, so you should check them out on YouTube, and you know, maybe maybe you will like them too. And yeah, it's really recommended, I think. Well, so this is on vinyl. This is Who We Are. So the first album with the new singer Marcel. But then I also bought their second release with Marcel Veenendaal, and that is this album, Time Will Heal Our Senses. I also bought this already a month ago on CD, but you know, I discovered that there was also a vinyl version of that album, so yeah, I really wanted to have that. It's a very nice gatefold, you know, all the lyrics on it and the credits and everything. And here you see the band once again. And it's also like the first LP I showed you. It's also a 2-record set, but this one, so the latest album, it's very yeah, there were made only 300 pieces of this vinyl. And as you can see, I have number 265. So yeah, So that's very nice, and yeah, I really wanted to have this, especially the songs Reach and Young Ones and The Chase, and you know, some Long Way Home also. Those already were singles here in the Netherlands, and yeah, I think it's a really cool band, and especially with the coming of Marcel Veenendaal. So yeah, so instead of the early days, I really do like Di-rect now. So great, in my opinion, one of the best bands at this moment here in the Netherlands. And I really mean that, so that's no joke. Well, yeah, those are all my finds for today. And the music you were hearing in the background, it's by Metallica. This is the Ride the Lightning album. This was released in 1984. This is on the Banzai Records label, and in fact it's the only Metallica album I have on LP. I do have all the albums on CD, so we all have the entire collection by Metallica on CD. But yeah, I was looking around for Metallica LPs, but for some reason the Metallica LPs, so on vinyl, they are very quite expensive. So yeah, and to be honest, I don't think I can afford that much money to just LPs. And yeah, I heard that I know that there are some new reissues, so re-releases by Metallica, and I was wondering actually if they will sound as good as the original pressings, so I don't know if there is a really difference between old and new releases, but maybe people from the PC already experienced that, and maybe they can tell that to me, because I saw that the most new albums are about 20-25 euros or something, but also more expensive, so I don't think I can afford that. But I saw yeah, LPs, original pressings for about 30 or even 45 euros, and I think that's really really ridiculous money. So I just can't afford to spend that much money. So but yeah, I hope to pick up some Metallica albums on vinyl someday, and maybe I can find them somewhere for quite more a decent price. So but maybe you can tell me if there is a difference between the original releases and the new ones. So I'm very curious for that. Yeah, and also very very talking about expensive prices. I had contact through a Facebook. There's a vinyl community group also on the Facebook. If you want to know that the URL for that website, you can see that in my former video. But I had contact with LongLostLPman, and I'm really very happy you're back, LongLostLPman. It's great to have you back here on the VC after a few months, and yeah, I'm very sorry about to hear about the loss of your LPs and the vinyl. But in the end, we're all just music lovers, and yeah, I don't think there's really much difference between vinyl lovers and CDs, people who just buy CDs, you know. In the end, it's all about the music. So yeah, you know, and it's great to have you back. And yeah, great. Also, you've added me to your Facebook, and yeah, thank you. That's really awesome. And but you know, I was telling that the most CDs they sell here in the Netherlands, the new albums, you know, they will cost about between 17, 18 till 20 or 23 euros. So that's quite expensive for just a new CD, new album. And I heard by LongLostLPman that he was really shocked by the high prices, you know. And because he told me that the new albums in the USA only costs about $10. So if that's really true, $10, that will mean that they would only be about 7 or 8 euros, you know. So in fact, a new album here in the Netherlands cost you know, three CDs. You know, it's because, you know, when you buy $10, it's about 7, 8 euros, and 3 times it's just one CD here in the Netherlands. You know, it's really ridiculous. So yeah, you know, in fact, if I'm very honest, I think when they would turn the prices just lower here in the Netherlands, I also think that just lesser people would download, you know, illegal downloads. I think when you so when you sell the new albums for about 7 or 8 euros, I think more people are, you know, will really buy an album. So but now, you know, about 20 euros, it's really ridiculous. And I know that you know, not just only me, but, you know, more people around me just can't afford that money. So yeah, so that's why I always you know, look for second-hand or just a nice price CDs, or for example the import CDs, you know, the Swiss band Gotthard. When you buy that in the Netherlands, it's import, so you'll pay about 30 euros for that. So, and when I look, and a couple of months ago I bought some Gotthard CDs in a Swiss shop on eBay, and those CDs were only about, you know, 6 euros, 5 until 6 euros. So that's a kind of you know, difference. So yeah, I just refuse to pay that ridiculous money for a CD. I know, you know, it's 30 euro for an import CD. It's really ridiculous money. So yeah, it's quite expensive here in the Netherlands, and yeah, so that's the reason I just buy, you know, more second-hand or nice price CDs, or look around on eBay, you know, or you know, foreign countries, you know, because they have lower prices. So, and but also the new LPs, you know, when you would buy this now, I think you'll pay about 30, 40, maybe even more euros. You know, it's I don't know what the new vinyl costs in other countries. Yeah, that would be really nice to discover. So if you could tell me more about that, that would be nice. And but in Holland, you know, new releases are about 25, 30, 40 euros or even more. You know, the box set, the Death Magnetic box set for Metallica, I think it's about 85 euros or even more. So, and I am definitely not gonna pay that ridiculous money for that. I'm very sorry. You know, I have the original album on CD, but I'm not gonna pay 85 euros for that. It's insane, you know. So yeah, so the prices in the Netherlands are quite yeah, really high. So yeah, it's a sad thing, but it's true. And speaking of you know, in the terms of Metallica, sad but true. So well, that's about CDs and you know, what they cost in the Netherlands. I see I'm almost yeah, it's already 30 minutes now, more than 30 minutes. So yeah, I guess it's high time to leave you here. And well, hope to see you you know, very soon. Maybe we'll have contact on Facebook or somewhere else, but well, next week I'm expecting some new CDs and stuff, so I'm sure there will be a new video very soon. Okay? Well, folks, have a great Sunday evening, and wish you all the best for the next week and upcoming time, and hope to see you soon. Okay? Take care, my friends. Bye bye.